Does the United States dare not provoke China easily just because China also has nuclear weapons? In today's video, we will introduce some of China's advanced non-nuclear weapons that make the United States fearful. As we all know, the United States is the first country in the world to possess nuclear weapons. It once helped China, which suffered from Japanese aggression, by using nuclear weapons, giving Japan the unfortunate distinction of being the first country to suffer from nuclear persecution. Even decades later, Hiroshima and Nagasaki are still suffering from the aftermath of the nuclear bomb. However, who would have thought that China, which had been so humiliated, would quickly turn things around and become a country that also possesses nuclear weapons, with the United States fearful of China's expanding nuclear arsenal? The U.S. Department of Defense once estimated that by 2027, China's usable nuclear warheads could increase to 700, and by 2030, it could potentially increase to as many as 1,000 warheads, making it one of the biggest threats to the United States on the international stage. According to the China Military Power Report released by the U.S. Department of Defense, China is continuously expanding its sea, land, and air-based carrier platforms, forming a situation where it simultaneously possesses land-based intercontinental ballistic missiles, strategic bombers, and submarine-launched ballistic missiles, achieving full coverage on sea, land, and air. Currently, the only countries in the world that are acknowledged to have such nuclear strike capabilities are the United States and Russia. Of course, the exact number of China's nuclear warheads and whether it can achieve comprehensive sea, land, and air-based strikes has always been a military secret, which the United States cannot know and can only guess at. Moreover, China's stated position has always been to prioritize peace, and it will not use nuclear weapons first nor against non-nuclear countries and regions. China only maintains the minimum amount of nuclear weapons necessary for national security and has never considered secretly competing with the United States. Of course, China's statements are clearly not enough to reassure the United States. They claim to have discovered missile silos in northwestern China through satellite surveillance, and will exert military pressure on China if necessary. In fact, the number of nuclear weapons China possesses is not important because nuclear weapons are no longer the most unshakable weapon in the world. When it comes to advanced non-nuclear weapons, China has many of them. In today's video, I will introduce a few of China's advanced non-nuclear weapons that make the United States fearful. Okay, let's get started. Aircraft carriers are one of the necessary weapons to achieve victory in modern warfare, and currently China has three: the Liaoning, Shandong, and Fujian carriers. Once the carriers are acquired, China has also equipped itself with a weapon that can suppress their effectiveness, the Dongfeng 21 ballistic missile. This is a land-based, mobile, medium-range ballistic missile, dubbed the Carrier Killer. In 2022, the Liaoning aircraft carrier was conducting a mission in the Western Pacific, but the United States and Japan also sent aircraft carriers to patrol around the Liaoning. The tension immediately escalated, and if the US and Japan dared to act against the Liaoning, China would definitely retaliate immediately. Of course, the US and Japan eventually left. However, such incidents are likely to occur again, and how to strike enemy aircraft carriers has become a topic of discussion. The Dongfeng 21D can reach a speed of 10 Mach and has an effective range of about 3,000 kilometers. It is fast, long range, and can even change direction, making it very difficult to intercept. Even if the enemy manages to intercept the Dongfeng 21D, its strong inertia at such a high speed would still cause it to continue to hit the aircraft carrier. The aircraft carrier cannot evade it in a short time and can only be sunk. In addition, China also has the Dongfeng 100 supersonic cruise missile, which is even harder to intercept than the Dongfeng 21D. The US cannot be taken lightly. Fighter jets are also advanced weapons that a military power cannot do without. China has developed many indigenous fighter jets, and currently the most advanced is the J-20 developed by the Aviation Industry Corporation of China. It integrates high-altitude perception, high stealth, and high maneuverability, and is a fifth-generation stealth fighter jet. Many branches of the Chinese Air Force have been equipped with it. Previously, the US sent B-1B, F-15E, C-17 and other aircraft to the China-India border and conducted joint military exercises with the Indian Air Force. Among them, the B-1B is extremely threatening. If the US deploys it to the China-India border, the western inland regions of China will be threatened at all times. However, the Western Theater Command of the Chinese People's Liberation Army has already equipped the J-20 and has a certain countermeasure capability. As long as the US dares to cross the line, the J-20 will immediately launch an attack. Even US military expert Taylor Rogaway admitted that the J-20 has almost no weaknesses. Under the sweep of X-band radar waves, its reflective surface area is only about the size of a common magpie. Without radar search, the J-20 can obtain enemy intelligence through passive optical detection equipment. In addition, its avionics system can rival that of the US F-35 fighter jet. Nuclear weapons have strong killing power, but laser weapons are no less powerful because their firing speed is the speed of light. They can use a high-intensity laser beam to destroy aircraft, missiles, and even satellites. In addition, the speed of a laser gun attacking a target is extremely fast, and only takes a fraction of a second to transfer firepower. Previously, laser weapons were also dominated by the US and Russia, but now China has also joined the team. Although China has not yet used laser guns on the battlefield, Saudi Arabia has demonstrated the power of China's domestically produced laser guns for us. After purchasing laser weapons from China, Saudi Arabia quickly deployed them to counter drones, and in one instance, shot down 13 unmanned aerial vehicles. This marks the world's first demonstration of the effectiveness of laser weapons in combat, and Saudi Arabia's investment has certainly paid off. They are thrilled, while the United States is feeling uneasy. China's laser weapons can reach a power output of 100 kilowatts, making their destructive force absolutely sufficient. The weapons are also relatively silent and can be deployed on land, sea, and air. They are feared by military vessels, tanks, and fighter jets alike. Furthermore, laser weapons do not require physical ammunition. As long as there is sufficient electrical power, they can be fired. When deployed on land, they can instantly destroy an enemy's low-orbit satellites. This is particularly concerning for countries like the United States, which rely heavily on satellite systems. If these systems fail, they will be left in a state of confusion and unable to take action. The electromagnetic cannon is also a weapon that the United States fears. It is effective in intercepting cruise missiles and ballistic missiles. It can even bomb enemy ships without approaching them. The United States has been studying electromagnetic cannons for a long time, and the technology is mature. Now China has also made groundbreaking progress and is on par with the US. The electromagnetic cannon does not rely on traditional gunpowder propulsion. Instead, it uses the ampere force of the electromagnetic field to accelerate the projectile, greatly increasing the range and firing speed. Its range can reach 200 kilometers, and its speed can reach 7 Mach. The use of electromagnetism as a propulsion mechanism also increases its firing accuracy. Like laser weapons, when the electromagnetic cannon is fired, it does not produce the same loud noise as traditional ammunition, making it even more stealthy. Additionally, its cost is relatively low. China's official media channel produced a program on electromagnetic cannons in early 2022, introducing this weapon to the public. The program stated that it could penetrate an 80mm thick steel plate at a distance of 100 kilometers. Although this is not an official announcement, it still visually demonstrated the power of electromagnetic cannons to the audience. Of course, these weapons are only a small part of China's arsenal, and there are many other advanced non-nuclear weapons that the US fears. With such a large threat, we can see that both sides have become more cautious in their relationship. Do you know of any other advanced non-nuclear weapons in China? Please let us know in the comments. Well, thanks for watching. If you have any suggestions, just leave them in the comments section. We'll come back as soon as possible and check them, and then we'll give feedback. See you next time.